So today we are going to be talking about polyamory, open relationships, just another form of loving in my opinion, and a form of loving that sometimes can get misunderstood and very stereotyped and put it in a box. But today we are going to break that box and we are going to expand our mind and learn something different and not day to day in this society. Polyamory is the practice of having multiple partners with the consent of all partners. So you're dating multiple people and they all are okay with it. They're all accepting of it. Some even practice it themselves. There's different kinds of polyamory. There's so many different definitions out there, but today we're just going to be specific and talking about open relationships and polyamory. And there's another form of polyamory where there's a couple and they will invite a third party into their relationship, and that way it's like a closed off polyamorous kind of relationship. So basically we're just going to get into the basics of what polyamory means to me and how I feel about it and how I feel about the stereotypes and the weird questions that get asked. So the main thing is that I feel like in society is that when you watch movies and you watch romantic things, they are mainly monogamous and they don't really show a lot of polyamory things. They're not a lot of open things. And, that makes a lot of people believe that there's only one way to love, one size fits all, and everyone's idea of love coming up and growing up in this day and age was, seeing two people fall in love. You have that one and only person who's meant for you. They're the one, they're this perfect person. And as ideal as that sounds, for me, it's not being that realistic, because when we have these experiences in real life, we know that, it's just a movie and it's not, that real. And, finding the perfect person can be very difficult, or it can be very easy for some people. And this video isn't bashing monogamous relationships in any way or form. It's just showing people that there are different ways to love, and there are different forms and different things that work for different people, and it's totally okay, and there should be no shame, and people should be able to come as they are with no guilt. And so I feel like, being in an open polyamorous relationship really helps people be more accepting of themselves and their true wants and desires. And, it keeps the vessel between you and this person open to a point where, you can be really honest with this person and very transparent. And, that is one of the major keys to, connecting with somebody on a, spiritual level, and, communicating these feelings that you're having, these wants and needs. And, I feel like cheating would not be a problem if people just came to accept their desires and people didn't have any shame toward it, and they didn't stereotype it or put it in a box and say, this is an excuse for you to just cheat and to have multiple partners. And it goes deeper, way deeper than just that. And I really want to open people's eyes to the reality that it's far more deeper than just sex. As much as I don't want to give any energy to that stereotype, I must do it because it is so common. And so, yeah. So the main thing that people are worried about when it comes to being in an open polyamorous relationship is the jealousy. I don't want to share this person. This person is mine. They are with me. And as humans, it's totally natural to want to be needy and to want to own possession of someone, and to have that support and that backbone is very comforting to know that that person will always be there, that person accepts you as you are. And, you know, you don't want to share that, because what if somebody takes it from you? And, you know, I feel like practicing this way of loving really shows you that love is free, and it is not any attachment, any ownership. It is letting this person be who they are, and you just loving them for them. And, you know, not picking the flower from the garden, you know, letting the flower bloom in its environment and just watering it and giving it everything it needs to grow. And that's what this teaches you to do in an open relationship. It teaches you to be accepting of things and accepting of people and their journey and what they choose to do. And so, you know, jealousy is a natural emotion that all of us feel, and it comes back to the emotional intelligence. It's about dealing with it in a constructive way, not in a harmful, destructive way. You know, feeling jealous is totally normal, and it goes beyond just, you know, romantic jealousy. It's jealousy with, you know, competition at work, or jealousy with family. You know, jealousy is normal, and it is in our day-to-day life, and we have to deal with it then. So it isn't a really big difference with dealing with it in a romantic essence for me. And you know, you learn about yourself, and you really test yourself, and you grow in the end. And you have to know that it is an emotion that should be felt. You should not try to suppress it. You should not like push it away. It is usually psychologically, jealousy is unmet needs. It's something that you are not getting, and you feel like someone else is either taking it from you, or, you know, something is just not grounded right there, and you got to figure out what it is. Maybe you're not filling your cup. Maybe the person that you're with isn't doing something that they're doing with someone else that you may want. But, you know, it's natural. It's okay to be jealous. Even when you're in an open relationship, you're practicing this form of loving, it is okay to be jealous. It's normal. We're humans. It's an emotion, and it should be felt. You know, polyamory also isn't just about pulling this open card and saying, I'm open, I can do whatever I want, whenever I want. It's not really so much about that. It goes so much deeper. It's more like everybody has a role in my life, and, you know, this person gives this to me, this person gives that to me, and, you know, we're not comparing any of these people. We're not trying to change these people and mold these people into things that we want, because it's not ideal for, you know, someone to fit all of the shoes that you desire. And it's totally okay. That's why, you know, they practice, and we practice having multiple people playing multiple roles, because they are being them authentic, genuine selves, and we are receiving that. And it's about having the opportunity to know that, you know, if something better was to come, or you felt like you really had a connection with a person, and you feeling feelings bubbling up, because feelings are normal, and we're humans, and we get it, and we flirt, and we are attracted to other people because it's in our instinct. And when you have that comfort and knowing that, you know, your partner is accepting of these natural feelings stirring up in you, then it's okay, and you just feel accepted as you are. And, you know, it's deeper than just having multiple people in your life playing multiple roles. It's about sharing connection. It's about sharing all the love that you have to give. A lot of polyamorous open people feel like they just have so much love to give that they don't want to drown one person in it. They want to give it to everybody they can. And honestly, I look at it like a big family, and we all love each other. We take care of each other. We're open. We talk. We are growing. We are evolving. We are being our authentic, rawest human form we can be. And as we evolve through time, people are becoming more aware that our thoughts create our reality. And so we get a better understanding that we create our stories and we can create these relationships to be what we truly desire them to be without any shame or any guilt that it's wrong or it's not right, because a lot of people feel like that at first, and that's why it's not really talked about. It's very taboo like. But we're breaking these walls down, and a lot of stereotypes are being broken, from guys wearing skirts, women breastfeeding in public, Denver decriminalizing magic mushrooms. Shout out to Denver. Like, a lot of these walls are breaking down, and we are learning that small little stuff that makes people who they are okay, and it's nothing wrong with it, and there's nothing wrong with evolving and learning more in depth about things like this. When you learn to not compare yourself to others, and you have that self-love for yourself, you then accept you as you are, and not compare, because we all know comparison is just a thief of your joy and your happiness. And you learn not to have attachment to the word love, and you learn to let that person be them, and you accept them as they are, and they accept you as you are. And there's that bittersweet feeling to know that if your partner does find someone and you feel like you'll lose them, there's always that fear, but there's a bittersweet feeling of knowing that they're happy and they have moved on to something greater for them. And you have if you truly love them, you would be happy for them. Well, you'll be sad, but that's normal, because we're humans, and being sad is totally fine. So, yeah. I also feel like flirting is just healthy. It's acknowledging that sensual energy that you have, and knowing that you still got it, and knowing that you can still, do what you do and feel good about yourself, because some monogamous relationships kind of get boring and you have to figure out how to spice it up. But being open, you always have that spice and that fire and that sensual energy just driving you to do and try new things and be you. And there's nothing better than that. And I just want people to understand that everybody does not love the same, and it's okay to be monogamous. It's okay to be open, polyamorous, anything that you want to practice. It is okay if it works for you. Like, spread no shame, just spread love to people, and understand that we are all just journeying through this experience, and it's all not going to be the same, and some of it will be the same. You will come across mirrors, and you just have to accept it as it comes and give thanks. And so I hope I broke some stereotypes of what polyamory and open relationships mean. I hope you learned something new. I hope this broadened your perspective and gave you an understanding of this lifestyle, and maybe you'll even consider, adapting or giving this lifestyle a try. Trial and error. We learning more about ourselves as time going on. People are getting more in tune with their thoughts becoming reality. So if you are in tune and that, this might be I'm not gonna say a calling, but there's different ways to love, and we can create our story and create our love to be whatever we desire it to be. We create it, okay? It's in our hands, and you make it what it is. And so, yeah, I hope you enjoyed this. I hope you learned something, and peace and love to you.